Most guys don't just want to get in great shape. They want to stay in great shape, ideally in a way that feels like autopilot that fits in with their life. And since I run this fitness YouTube channel and an online coaching business, it makes sense for me to stay in pretty good shape most of the year. If I want to be able to keep the Bugatti in the driveway and be able to eat the foods I want, then I need to maintain a relatively low level of body fat with a decent amount of muscle, which is what I do. And so here are 7 practices that I use to help me stay on track with my workouts, my food, and my lifestyle, so I can rock an above average physique for most of the year. Let's do this. The first big thing I do is I incorporate some kind of activity into my day every single day, because believe it or not, being a personal trainer and a coach, making all these YouTube videos and everything, I still work at my desk here in the office. The majority of the day I'm sitting on my ass. And besides looking good with my shirt off, I think just incorporating some daily activity has had some huge benefits to my life, especially as someone who's not had 100% fantastic mental health for my entire life. Just going for a walk and putting some headphones in, listening to a podcast or some music or just even the birds in the forest has been a really big deal for my mood. And it helps me sleep better at night. There's a couple ways I've been able to really boost my daily activity as well. The first one has been getting a step tracker watch. I got a really cheap one off of Amazon. It's like a $20 knockoff Fitbit. It helps too that I started walking to the gym instead of driving to the gym, so there's an extra 10 minutes a day or whatever I spend walking there. And I have my dog who needs to go out for a pee and a poo twice a day, and I tag a little 5 or 10 minute walk onto there each day too. Most people don't realize that having a step goal like I have each day, I set mine at 10,000 steps a day, but most people, I think 7,500 is great. Having a step goal has a secondary benefit. When you are sitting down on the couch in the evening, whenever you're done work, and you look down at your step goal and on your watch and you have more steps to go, it's not just about getting you up off the couch. You can actually get shit done. If I have a bunch of steps to do in the evening, I might go tidy up my room. I might go put away the laundry. I might go clean up the kitchen or just do something productive, because everything counts, right? It's not just going for walks. The next thing I do is I incorporate some fruit and veg into my day every single day. This is gonna sound like some OG Canada Health Guideline food pyramid nonsense, but it really does make a big difference. The obvious benefit is that fruit and veg is very low in calories and it helps you feel full. The lesser known benefits are that fruit and veg actually help you feel a little bit more energized throughout the day. They help you avoid those slumps in energy that would come after just massively smashing a big bowl of pasta. And this might be TMI, but high fiber foods are probably really good for your poops as well if you're someone who struggles with digestive stuff or feeling constipated or whatever. I just have a few favorites like apples, carrots, and cucumbers. Fresh, tasty stuff that we keep prepped and ready in the fridge I buy each week. And I think the secret for me really is to buy it, because I can't handle just buying it, keeping it in the fridge for a week, and then throwing it in the compost. And at this point, it's just not really something I think about. I just don't really feel right if I don't have any fruits or vegetables in a day. Now, if you don't have your diet in order and you eat mostly junk food, you will really struggle to maintain a lean physique. However, for me personally, allowing indulgent foods or fun foods in moderation actually helps me stick to my diet better. So I indulge responsibly. I have treats, I have alcohol in moderation, and restaurant meals in moderation as well. And as long as I'm able to work it in and fit within my calorie budget, then it has basically no impact on my results and how my body looks and feels. When I go for meals out, or I have family meals, or I have food where I just don't know the calorie values of what I'm about to eat, then I estimate it in 250 calorie increments. This is what I call the 250 method. I actually created a free guide to losing fat using the 250 method, and you can grab that using the link in the description box below. Some people definitely do benefit from a more structured or rigid meal plan. I think the benefit there is it's almost like a school uniform. Yeah, maybe it gets a little bit boring to wear the same thing every day, but on the flip side, you never have to think about what you want to wear each day. And for some people, they really thrive with that repetition and that simplicity of being like, okay, for lunch, I have this much chicken, I have this much rice, and I have this much salad. But in my case, I like having different foods sometimes throughout the week. I like going out with my girlfriend and getting sushi, and we're kind of foodies. So some nights we want to cook a fun dinner, and I want that to be able to be part of my life and part of my plan. Because looking jacked and being lean, without your shirt on, that's all fun and good. But I think if it honestly were to come at the expense of me being able to enjoy fun and tasty foods that I enjoy, I honestly don't know that it would be worth it. That's how much I love food. So using a flexible setup where as long as I hit my calorie and my protein goals, I'm good. That's really the best of both worlds for me. And it seems to work pretty well for the guys that I work with too. Nowadays, I just train how I like. And this is maybe sounds a little wishy-washy to you, but yeah, I've changed my mind a lot about training lately. I went from doing a ton of extreme outdoor adventure sports like climbing and biking and mountaineering stuff to going full on into powerlifting. And then I said, okay, no, I'm not into powerlifting anymore. I'm full on into bodybuilding. I just want to get as jacked as possible. And at times I've been super into getting fit on the rower and riding my bike and even going for some runs. And nowadays I'm looking to pick back up into doing jiu-jitsu again after a decade of not doing it. So I've realized that I just need to kind of lean into whatever I'm feeling with my training at this given moment. Obviously, training for muscle growth in the gym with weights is going to have the biggest impact on how your physique looks, But if it's something you want to do long term and you want to stay in shape for the rest of your life, then I think you just kind of go with the flow, and whatever you're feeling during that time, lean into it a little bit more. If you're super into winter sports one year and you really want to keep on snowboarding and do some backcountry skiing, then cool. And if you just get the itch to get as freaking jacked as possible, or you want to get a 500-pound squat, then just let that motivation pull you in the right direction. At the end of the day, as long as you're doing some type of activity and you're fired up to do it, you're going to get some great results out of it. But knitting doesn't count here. So you just have to make sure that whatever you want to do, you're actually putting some good solid effort into it and you're doing it consistently throughout the week. And if you want to blend a few things, that's cool too. You want to go to jiu-jitsu a couple nights a week and you still want to lift to get as jacked as possible, that's fantastic. Or you want to incorporate some running as the summer comes in, but you still want to keep doing your weight training stuff, then oh man, all the more power to you. I think that's a really great way to stay with something for a long time. You're going to avoid overuse injuries, and it's just mentally a little bit more fresh to keep doing different things throughout the week. Now, here's one of the most impactful things that I do that helps me stay lean, and that's really just having a few go-to simple staple meals that I eat basically every day. Because even if I'm gonna go out and have some fun stuff in the evening, or have an event coming up or whatever, my diet doesn't really vary all that much because I'm eating pretty much the same breakfasts and the same 3 or 4 lunches each day. Now, call me crazy, but your boy could eat Greek yogurt and fruit for breakfast every frickin' day. I could eat oatmeal with brown sugar, cinnamon, and whey protein every day. And the majority of these go-to meals are really easy for me to prepare because I'm good at them, they're stocked in the house, and I lean on a lot of convenience foods. Things like whey protein and Greek yogurt and rotisserie chickens and microwavable rice and frozen vegetables that just make it really quick and easy for me. So your boy doesn't actually want to be cooking all the time, even though I love cooking, except for that one time in grade 10 cooking class when this girl burned me with a hot tray that she was toasting walnuts on when we were making banana walnut muffins. Amanda Fernandez, if you're watching this video, I forgive you. It's all good. So as boring as it sounds, I repeat my high protein, high fiber, really tasty and filling meals because I just like the way they taste. I like the way they make me feel, and they make it easy for me to have a little bit less decision fatigue throughout the day and the week when it comes time to shop at the grocery store, prep in the kitchen. Now, Mateo of a year ago would have killed me for saying this, but I'm starting to learn that I have to respect my bandwidth at different points in my life. I'm realizing that I can't just go full bore training 6 days a week, working 7 days a week, 12 hours a day, and pushing on 100% everything all the time, or I'll just burn out. I'm realizing that at certain points in my life, I'm gonna have more effort and energy to devote to training hard and being meticulous with my food and weighing things out and using a food scale. And at times in my life, I'm also just gonna need to take more chill time. And sometimes that's even happening on a smaller scale. Like during the week, I just need a day to chill out, drink some coffee, go for walks in the sun with my girlfriend, spend time with my dog, and watch movies so I can be productive later in the week with my work stuff or training stuff. It's just part of how a human being works. You need to push a little bit harder, and sometimes you maybe take your foot off the gas a little bit. Allowing myself to not have the pressure to be 100% all the time with my diet and my training has actually allowed me to stick with it for longer, because if I'm not perfect, then it's not a total catastrophe, right? So I can capitalize and push really hard and focus on the fat loss dieting when I need to be really dialed in. And then when it's time for me to eat and just maintain my weight or gain weight and just train for muscle growth, then I can be a little bit looser with things. And that gives me just time to recharge mentally and physically. Taking easy periods in my training, like a week off of deloading, has helped me with that too. Not only just joint aches and pains and stuff like that, but just psychologically. You can't push 100% all the time. So it creates like this natural rhythm, or these seasons, right? Where I'm pushing super hard on the dieting and the fat loss side of things. Let's say I get really good and lean, and then I ease off for a little bit, gain some more muscle, allow my food choices to get a little bit easier, and maybe not get super serious about activity levels, let's say during the summer. And then inevitably I gain some weight, I get a little bit softer. And to me, that's like a little bit of a signal. Hey, okay, time to push hard again. Well, great, that's perfect, because I'm actually ready to give this some more mental effort and energy, because I've been spending that effort and energy in other areas of my life. I'm just respecting the natural push and pull, the yin and yang, you know what I'm saying? And the last thing I do, I call burning a clean flame. I got this idea from my friend Yusuf. This is gonna be a few little things all in one, but hopefully this helps you. When I think of burning a clean flame, I think of just a batch of behaviors that lead to a positive mental state with good energy levels and positive sense of self. These are all the boring things that you know you should be doing, like sleeping at least 6 to 8 hours a night, getting to bed at the same time each night, finding a way to manage stress that doesn't involve, smoking cigarettes or drinking alcohol or just binge watching television or doom scrolling. So for me, that's something like meditation or journaling or just walking outside or just spending chill time with my dog or my girlfriend. I also don't drink a ton of alcohol, which helps not only with the calories side of things, but it helps my sleep and it just helps me feel better. And I could definitely be doing a better job of this. Leaning into my creative outlets has been really good, but I'm sure there are other things I could do, like be doing a better job of reaching out to my friends and family and staying in touch with people and cultivating those relationships. And as woo-woo as all this sounds, I think it really does play a big role in my ability to just stay relatively lean and hold a good amount of muscle. Because I'm not gonna feel excited to go to the gym tomorrow if I get a shitty sleep tonight and I wake up feeling terrible tomorrow. And I'm not saying I live like a monk or anything like that, but I'd say in general, I try to take care of my body and my brain outside of the gym and the kitchen as best I can. And this alone can have a really big impact on how much body fat you hold and how much muscle you carry, let alone all the downstream effects of just having more energy and being in a better mood each day. Look, I plan on staying in great shape for the rest of my life, and that requires me to set things up in a way that I can actually stick to for a long time. Hopefully this video gets the wheels turning for you about how you can set up your life to make it conducive to making great choices with your food, your workouts, and your lifestyle. If you're new to the channel, what's up? My name is Mateo. Subscribe to the channel if you want to see more good stuff just like this. As always, thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.